Hi there, Mr. Muhammed is here. Unit 5 is about measures and motion. It's in the revised for checkpoint book. As you know, the metric measurements of mass are kilogram, which is 1000 grams, and 1 ton is 1000 kilograms. The metric measurements of lengths are kilometer, meter, millimeter, and centimeter. As you know, 1 kilometer is 1000 meters, 1 meter is 100 centimeters, and 1 meter is 1000 millimeters. And for capacity, 1 liter is 1000 milliliter. There are some imperial measurements like tons, stones, pounds, ounces, miles, yard, feet, inch, gallons. These are imperial measurements. The most used ones are miles, inches, and pounds. 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds. 1 inch is 2.5 centimeters. And 1 foot is 12 inches. Okay, check your understanding 5.1. There are some good questions. Oh, let's do them. Question 1. Write 1 meter in 1.6 meter in centimeters. As you know, 1 meter is 100 centimeters. So 1.6 meter is 160 centimeters. Convert 2500 milliliters into liters. We know 1 liter is 1000 milliliters. Here we have 2000 milliliters. It means we have 2, and 500 milliliter is half a liter. So we have 2.5 liters. Express 3.5 kilogram in grams. 1 kilogram is 1000 grams. So 3 kilograms here will lead to 3000 grams. 5.5 means half a kilogram is 500 grams. So we have 3500 grams in 3.5 kilograms. Question 2. Write 350 centimeters in meters. So 300 centimeter will be 3 meters. And the 50 centimeter is half a meter, so we have 3.5 meters. Convert 0.75 liter into milliliter. So that would be 750 milliliter. Express 650 gram into kilogram. 1000 gram is 1 kilogram. So this is less than 1000, means 0.650. It's fine to just write 0.65. The distance from London to Brighton is 45 miles. Give the equivalent distance in kilometers. Actually, there are 2 ways to convert mile to kilometer. The first way, simply we can just multiply 45 by 1.6, because 1 mile is nearly 1.6 kilometer. So 45 times 1.6 gives 72 kilometers. Or there's another scale between miles and kilometers. 8 kilometers are equal to 5 miles. Okay, since the given distance here is miles, divide this by 5, that gives 9. Then multiplied by the scale of kilometers. So 45 divided by the mile, which is 5, is equal to 9. Then 9, because each 5 mile is 8 kilometers. So there are 9 5 miles in 45 miles. It means 9 times 8, that gives 72 kilometers. Sometimes these 2 methods, they don't give the exact same answer, but they are too close to each other. This one is more accurate, this method. Question 4. A pencil is 6 inches long. Convert this into centimeters. 1 inch is 2.5 centimeters. So here we will have 6 times 2.5. 6 times 2.5 works like 3 times 5, which is 15. Question 5. The distance from Kuala Lumpur to Singapore is 304 kilometers. Roughly how many miles is this? We can divide kilometer by 1.6, that gives mile. 304 divided by 1.6. Since the question says roughly, this method is easier, is equal to 190 miles. A suitcase weighs 33 pounds. Roughly how many kilograms is this? 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds. Remember this. 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds. Then divide this by 2.2. That gives number of kilograms. 33 divided by 2.2 is equal to 15. So this is 15 kilograms. Speed, distance, and time. Whenever you work on these questions like speed, distance, and time, memorize this triangle. That helps a lot. The triangle here is S stands for speed, T stands for time, and D stands for distance. So speed is equal to distance over time. Speed is equal to distance over time. Time is equal to distance over speed. And distance is equal to speed multiplied by time, because speed is not higher than time. But distance should be always in the top. Now, a car travels 460 kilometers in 4 hours. Work out its speed in kilometer per hour. So when we have the distance and time, basically we can just divide the distance by time. That gives the speed. 460 divided by 4 is equal to 115 kilometer per hour. Question 2. A sprinter runs 200 meters in 25 seconds. Work out his speed in meter per second. Look, the question says meter per second, and the given information is in meters and seconds. We don't need to convert anything. We just divide the distance by the time to get the speed. 200 divided by 25 is equal to 8 meters per second. Question 3. Ferry takes 1 hour 30 minutes to travel. This is an important question. Ferry takes 1 hour and 30 minutes to travel 24 miles. Work out its speed in miles per hour. Okay, it's clear that to find speed we divide the distance, which is 24 miles, by the time. But here, this time is not only in hours as the question wants. It's in hours and minutes. 1 hour and 30 minutes is equal to 1.5 hours. 1 hour 30 minutes is equal to 1.5 hours. So we're going to divide 24 by 1.5. 24 divided by 1.5 is equal to 16. 16 miles per hour. 2012, an 11-year-old cheetah named Sarah was timed in a sprint by Cincinnati Zoo in the USA. Sarah ran 100 meters in 6 seconds. Part A. At this speed, how far would she run in 1 minute? So the distance is 100. This is the speed, 100 meter in 6 seconds. So in 1 minute, how many seconds are there in 1 minute? 60. How 6 seconds becomes 60? If we multiply it by 10, then 100 times 10 is 1000 meters in 60 seconds. It means it's 1 kilometer in 1 minute. Work out our speed in kilometer per hour. So 1000 meter is 1 kilometer. 60 seconds is equal to 1 minute, and 1 minute comparing to an hour is 1 out of 60, which is, to convert seconds to hours, we divide it by 60. The second becomes minute. Then the minute we divide it by 60 again, the minute becomes hour. Now we have 1000 meter, which is 1 kilometer, and 60 seconds as hour is 1 over 60. But this is not the standard form. We should have the speed in 1 hour. So we multiply the 1 kilometer by 60. It means 60 kilometers per hour. The speed is 60 kilometers per hour. Question 5 is homework. Graphs. These are some worked examples about graphs. They would help you to understand more. Check your understanding 5.3. The diagram shows two travel graphs. Find the speed for each section marked on each graph with letters A all the way to G. Now, the question looks a little bit complicated, but let's simplify what we have. We are going to find speed, okay? And to find speed, we need to know the distance and time. When you look at the diagram, we can get the distance and the time. So that's what we need to find speed. The speed of part A, let's call S. A means speed of A. Speed of A is distance, which is 120 kilometers, divided by time, which is 2 hours. That gives 60 kilometers per hour. SB, the speed of part B is 0. As you see, they don't go further. It looks like they took a break here. The speed is 0. For part C, speed of section C, from 120, each step is 20 kilometers. So this is 120, 140, 160, 180. So it means there are 60 kilometers in how many hours? 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. 60 kilometers in 3 hours means 60 divided by 3, which is 20 kilometers per hour. For part D, this is 180 kilometers. 180, they went back from 180 all the way to 0, so it means the distance is 180 kilometers and the time is 1 hour. So speed of part D is 180 kilometer. Straight away we can say 180 kilometer per hour. The speed of part D is 180 kilometers per hour. Now part E, from 0 to 160, the distance is in meters here, and the time is in seconds. The question doesn't mention that we need to work out only in kilometer per hour. We just have to work out the speed. Then here, the speed is 160 divided by 20, which is equal to 8, then we can say speed of part E is 8 meters per second. Speed of F starts from here. This is one straight segment. From 160 to 320 is 160 meters. And the time taken here 10, 20, 30, 40 seconds. Then we're gonna divide 160 by 40, which is equal to 4 meters per second. Speed of part F is 4 meters per second. And the last section, which is G, SG means speed of G. It is going from 320 to here. How can we work out this? Look, the graph is going by 80. The graph is going by 80. From here to there is 80, another 80, another 80, another 80. So half of 80 is 40. So the distance here is 40 meters. The distance is 40 meters and it should be divided by 20 seconds. 40 meters in 20 seconds, 40 divided by 20 is equal to 2 meters per second. Question 2. Misha goes to the shops. The graph shows her journey. Find her speed for the journey from home to the shops. So this is home, 0. And the shops are 16 kilometers away from her home. The speed from home to the shops is 16. The speed is between kilometers and minutes. 16 kilometer could be, we cannot say 16 kilometer per minute. We have to say kilometer per hour. How can we convert this minute to hour? If we divide it by 60, 20 minute, divide by 60, it will be hour. 20 divided by 60 is equal to 0.33 hour. 16 divided by 0.33 is equal to 48 kilometers per hour. Her speed from home to shops is 48 kilometers per hour. Find out how long she spends at the shops. How long is just about time. We can use only this horizontal axis. So from 10, 20, it's going by 10, 30, 40, 50. Yeah, she spent 30 minutes. She spent 30 minutes there. Find her speed for the journey from the shops back to home. From the shops, from here back to home is again 16 kilometers, but this time the time is more. So how long did it take? 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. It took her 30 minutes to go back home. It means we're gonna divide 16. This time it was for part A, and for part C we're gonna divide 16 by 30 minutes. 30 minutes is 0.5 hour. 16 divided by 0.5, it will be 32 kilometers per hour. Where we got this 0.5 hour? This is just 30 minutes. 30 minutes is half an hour, so it's 0.5. Graphs of real life situations. The diagram shows the amount of fuel in a minibus fuel tank at various times during a 6.5 hour journey. The minibus begins the journey with a full tank. So the beginning of the journey, the minibus has 70 liters of fuel in the tank. It means and the question says it is a full tank. It means the capacity of the minibus full tank is, how much fuel can the tank hold? 70 liters. The bus can hold 70 liters. How much fuel does the minibus use each hour of normal traveling? In each hour, in the first hour, look from 70 liters, the amount of fuel in the tank reduced to 60. It means the minibus spent 10 liters. Here, another 10 liters, from 60 to 50. Then they took a break. So the minibus spent normally 10 liters in each hour. So the minibus spent 10 liters per hour in a normal driving. Explain carefully what happened after 2 hours. This is the first hour. Second hour, what happened? They took a break. How we know? Because the amount of fuel is constant, is not reducing. So it means they are not using fuel. It means the bus is stopped. It means they took a break. Wow, it was too long. They took a break. Explain carefully what happens after 5 hours and a half. After 5 hours and a half, rapidly the amount of fuel goes up back to 70. It means they refilled the tank. They refilled the tank and they continued. Question 2. In 2000, I bought a car for $20,000 and a caravan for $13,000. The graph shows their values at later years until 2012. Now, which of graphs A or B shows the value of the car? The value of the car, as you know, it's here mentioned $20,000. And graph A is starting at $20,000. So graph A is for the car and graph B is for the caravan. Part B, what was the value of the car in 2004? The value of the car in 2004, here's 2004. The value of the car is here, and this graph is going by 4,000. It means halfway is 2,000, so it is 14,000. The value of the car in 2004 was $14,000. Currency sign must go before the numbers. What was the value of the caravan in 2010? Here's 2010, and the blue line is for the caravan here. The graph is going by 4,000, so here is 6,000. The value of the caravan in 2010 was $6,000. In which year did the value of the caravan become greater than the value of the car? In which year? Let's say from 2009, 2008 to 2010, between them is 2009. From 2009, as you see, the blue line that represents the caravan's value is higher and it's more than the value of the car. So in which year did the value of the caravan become greater than the value of the car? 2009. Done. Planning, collecting, displaying data is for the next lesson. Thank you for watching.